welcome to the 14th edition of the Ca' Foscari Short Film Festival. We are Rebecca and Francesca, and today we are here with Ido Gotlib and Anton Reiboldt, who are a young film director of our international competition, and he is producer.
Your short film talks about Samuel, a young man who undergoes a technologically advanced therapy to process his grief, and I want to talk about that first. The role of therapy linked to technology can be controversial. So, do you see it as an instrument for development or more as a destructive force?
First of all, thank you a lot for having us here. It's really nice to be here. It's really a joy and to see everyone. And regarding your question, I mean, that's what the film asks, basically. We don't want to give like a clear... It's us also figuring it out, because technically what's happening there, you cannot clearly say if what the therapist decided to do was right or wrong. Right? It's like there is no clear answer to that. And also through the reaction of Samuel, we also don't have this clear answer. Did it help him or not help him? And we definitely feel that though the need to still discuss it, because obviously it is part of now, not future, but now. And also we want to give space for viewers to have their own opinion regarding it.
Also, in your short film, the audio component is very important. And how did you manage to balance the audio and the visual components?
Yeah, I mean, we had a great team.
Yeah,
an
definitely.
incredible team, right?
Connie, who did our sound supervising, she did a great job. She was on the project from the very beginning. She was reading the scripts from the very beginning, and she was creating with us this wonderful room. And in sound design, there happened a lot. I don't know if you have realized, but we have less music. Like there's only this part of music in the very end, like in the credits. So we decided to really go for the sound design, and she did an incredible job there, and it was on purpose that we want to have a character for this room. And I think we created something really special there, and it was really interesting to get into this creative process to give the room a character.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's an empty room, right? And it was a really exciting process with Connie to figure out what are the worlds that we're creating there. You know, how do we create a feeling of a hospital? How do we create a feeling of a street or of a house, right? How does the house sound like, right? It's even, you think it's like such a simple question, but then you think, but what type of people are they? What would they have in their house? And it was such an intimate yet super exciting process in communication. And so, yeah, it was a big pleasure to develop it. And visually, it was also exciting because like with Benjamin Myers, so Benny, the DOP of the film, it was really fun in that sense of we had to work with empty space, right? How do we capture empty space? How much emptiness is too much or too less? And it was also a very important part, and we needed, all of us, we needed to be in deep communication, because when we wanted to show something or not show something, we also need to discuss, but how will it sound like? What the sound will be there, right? And it's like super intricate, really complicated, but very exciting process. And yeah, it was just a pleasure and a blessing for sure to do that together. Yeah.
Our next question actually is linked to this. The set is very bare and neutral. You answered a bit with this right now. So is it also a way to represent the protagonist's inner self and how he feels in the strongest way possible?
I mean, definitely in general, the first and foremost goal that we wanted to achieve with Annika Koppel, so the scenographer, or set designer, I should say. So with her, it was the goal to create a room which is neutral, yet at the same time can create certain sense of, okay, this film will be insane. Like this film will be uncomfortable. This film will create, it's about something like very subconscious, and it was very interesting to try to create with her such a space with that feeling. And also, I've lost the link to the question. Can you so which is the aspect of room interested you?
The set that is very simple and and neutral, so it's very empty, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, like that's just basically it was very important for us. For example, right, like when we even started, it was okay. We have the box, but what is inside of this box, right? How should we make it look that it's also not that easy because you need to orient yourself in the space. How do we make people not confused even where they are in the space? And she did an incredible job because, like, for example, this floor, right, with these lines, it creates a geometry, but also it really helps us to orient in the space and feel like where are we actually positioned. And it was really it's actually we were inspired by optical illusions basically, like, and in using those as a reference for the room, because that what was our solution for dealing with such a minimalistic and empty space.
Thank you.
Yeah.
One last question. What we see is a character going through a very painful yet cathartic process in a way. How did you deal with such difficult topics such as grief and its effects on family members and family relations?
I mean,
I think it leads us to the script development, because we were like developing the script with two writers. Like we were like a small writers' room of 4 persons, and we went through a lot of personal experiences, and we had like this idea of the room, and then we were like thinking about what do we want to create with this room and with this technique, and then we went through personal experience, gathered things together, and then this script happened together. And this was actually like a really interesting process, because we, like, as team members or writers, we got closer like through the process, and it was like a wonderful experience as well, since there happens so much personal things.
I can add also to that even coming up, I mean, like the process was like that we first had this idea of such a space, right? Like where you can reconnect with someone from your past, and it's immediately felt like a recipe for a story about grief. Like it felt very natural to go into such a direction. It was not easy. It was definitely very confrontative with our own personal traumas or personal griefs, and but it was definitely a very productive process, because it definitely helped us to develop a story that we all felt was honest. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thanks so much. Thanks so much, everyone. Yes.